Hey everybody, it is Brittany with Scribbles by Brittany, and I'm going to kind of show you a little bit of the process that I have. I especially when transferring stuff out of a sketchbook into onto mixed media paper. Right now, I have mixed media paper overlaying the design. I had done this a few years ago. It was in 2024, so it's been a couple years, and I was kind of itching to really get to work on it. I really like this design, and part of me was hoping that I can create a video for you guys, and you guys kind of get to see the light board process. A lot of artists will use a light board to help them kind of construct different ideas and put them together. I have a couple of sketches that I have been working on, and there are different features that I like on the different sketches, and I want the sketches to all not look the same, but have the same features, so that way it looks cohesive as part of the series. And this is one way that you can do that. And a lot of artists use a light board, so do not feel like it is cheating in any aspect. You've already done the sketch. So like if you've done a sketch and you want to transfer it over to Bristol, mixed media paper, cold press, all of the different styles of paper that is available for the mediums that you use. But this is a great tool if used properly and you're not tracing. I mean, you are tracing, but you're tracing your own artwork. Sometimes people use light boards because if they have a concept but they can't, they're struggling to start it. I have seen some artists use that, and especially like if you haven't done a particular drawing, that is, I've noticed a lot of people use it in that aspect. I think you guys can kind of see where I'm going with in this. I had done actually I think it's on my YouTube in my shorts. It's the UFO artwork it had the UFO coming down, and it illuminated an area of like the mountain, like as if it was going to abduct things. I took that part of the idea and ran with that idea because of the mountains and stuff. And I think this idea turned out absolutely gorgeous. Which I think I did the UFO artwork. Yeah, I think I did the UFO artwork before I did this. Or maybe it was vice versa. I did this before the UFO and something like that. I have a lot of Southwest themed artwork in my sketchbooks. I need to start actually going back through and light boarding some of this stuff, because just so that way, like, I have some videos and you guys can see the process. And I figured, why not do the process now for this? Got some birdies. And I did a very basic bird. It's the basic shadow bird that we all know and love, where it's just the centerpiece of like an M. But I wanted to show you guys kind of a little bit of this process because I am transferring it over to mixed media, and I have this idea that I want to do it in watercolor, and that excites me. Oh no! Totally sounded like that SpongeBob thing. Oh, my leg! I can't remember what episode of SpongeBob it was, but it was like, oh no! It was really funny. I do have some SpongeBob themed artwork too. That, like, I think I have this hat from the Krusty Krab and a pineapple, like the pineapple that he lives in and stuff. Just little stuff. I don't know if I can technically recreate it for a video, but who knows? I know a lot of people are very particular, or like, I know Disney will not allow their artwork to be recreated and distributed. So if I was to do something Disney related, I could get sued for it. So you probably won't ever see me doing anything Disney related on anything, regardless if it's my own technical artwork. But Disney is very, very, how should I say it? Not nice. They are not nice. Especially to artists and stuff like that have recreated. I've seen some very gnarly things come out of that. Because they claim copyright infringement, and because they are such a conglomerate, they have the attorneys to sue people into an oblivion. But I've seen tattoo artists, not so much tattoo artists, getting nailed, but let me just see something. Okay, I erased those lines on my sketch. But I would be very shocked if, like, I'd be very shocked that they would sue, like, a tattoo artist for that type of thing. So, that is that. I feel like this video might be long because you guys are kind of following along with it. And I kind of want that's kind of what I was going for, is I kind of wanted you guys to kind of follow along and enjoy the ride. The good thing about watercolors is that they do dry relatively easy. And I kind of wanted this to be like an orangey yellow. Like, really mix in that. Nothing too, like, striking, but enough to, like, give it a really pretty hue. Here we go. And I'm going to take some black, but I'm going to kind of dilute it. Because I kind of want to go in with this horseshoe like this and do a very light gray. And that color is so gorgeous. I know, for a gray that's, people are like, what? Are you crazy? It's gray. And I really like this pigment. This pigment is absolutely amazing. And if I do go quiet, it is because I have a habit of focusing. Ooh, that's a little dark. It's a little darker than what I wanted, which is okay. It's not. I accidentally picked up way too much pigment. That's the only thing that is kind of different about watercolors is that you can accidentally pick up way too much pigment, and it might actually have done me a favor. I might just go with the darkness on the other side. Right now my dog he has been being really, really annoying. And I don't understand why. Because it's not like he has to go outside or anything, because I just take him out. He has food in his bowl. We went hiking the other day. Like, bro, you have absolutely nothing to complain about, and here you are complaining. Yeah, actually, I think I'm glad I went with the darker pigment. And like the tough part about the watercolor situation is that it might reactivate when you apply water in the area. So definitely be very careful, especially with these smaller details. It can get pretty muddied up and stuff. I am gonna put that down. And I think I want to do a red. I want to do a red in the malachite. And I kind of want to do it over here because it's not. Oh no, I just stuck my finger in it. It's okay. It's all okay. That carmine is looking like really, really pinkish. I'm not mad about it. It's a pretty color. I think I just diluted it a little too much. But this summer, I'm hoping that this summer is fantastic. I'm sure it will be. My job is right now it kind of has a slightly crazy schedule, and I'm not mad about it. Oh no. I don't want to like dab it. I'm afraid to dab it. But I am going to go in with this right in here. I really like these fine, thin brushes. I'm going to flip this around so that way my hand does not go into the artwork. And I think I discovered something, like I was having some massive digestive issues, like last year and everything. And I think I've definitely pinpoint part of it. But the other part is, I think, oh, excuse me, I have a raspy voice right now. I think the other part of it was I drink coffee, and if I have a nervous stomach about something, my stomach's going to react, like negatively. I'm going to drop these down in here. So it is, so I've been, with work, I have not been drinking coffee during the week, and I've only been doing it on, like, if I don't have to work that day or something, I'll drink coffee then. But other than that, I'm not really doing too much coffee drinking. I like that color. It's so pretty. Gosh. This is turning out so cute. And I don't even care if that's like muddied up or anything. Like, I think it adds a little bit of character to it. Like, oh, it's so gorgeous. Maybe I should have waited for that one to dry. Oh my goodness, it's so gorgeous. It kind of adds a little bit of like shadow effect to it. Oh no, it's bleeding. I don't want it to bleed. I might have to dab. Hold on. Dabbing. Oh, well, I also lifted. I lifted and dabbed. I dab lift. That's okay, because we can go back over and do this. It's not a problem. I can go in with this, do this color, come back, and then fix the red. But yeah, I have been, gosh, I pre-recorded a couple of days ago some artwork, and I'm going to tap this part though, because that was kind of really red. I had pre-recorded a couple of videos that are going to come out later in the year. Like, I did one for the Halloween season, and that is at this moment in April. I am planning on doing a full month of videos, not individual days. God, that would take up all and every bit of like whatever free time I had. I would feel like I was going absolutely crazy. But I plan on doing a video a week for the month of October like I have done in the past. So, and right now I'm in April, so I'm kind of pre-recording some of those videos. And if I'm talking in past tense, that's why. And I don't know when this video is going to go up, but I'm kind of shooting for maybe June, maybe July. There's a lot of water. I might have to dab it again. Dab, 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 dab. And hope that it does not. Oh no, I did it. I squished it. I squishied it. It's alright though. We can always fix it. And that looks alright. Here we go. But oh god, I totally lost train of thought on what I was thinking. Ooh. I seriously need to drink another coffee. I think I'll just go over this area like this. Like so. I didn't even realize I totally forgot about that spot right there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh no. I like these brushes for the finer details, but right now they are causing me a lot of problem. I know in one of my videos I had talked about me starting to date again. I had started that back in March after a couple of years. And the one, like, some of these dudes, like, they are just, they stress me out, man. Like, and I'm gonna go in with, I believe this is Indian red, that I am going in with. It's, oh, yeah, baby. Oh no, I'm gonna go with the Indian red on this. I feel like I probably should have had some, like, kind of contrast in there. I am going to dab it because that's a lot of water that I have on this. And I kind of just wanted like a subtle brown, or I don't know if you guys can see the page. It's kind of like puffing up. There we go. That's a little bit better. I think I just had way too much. Yeah, I have way too much water in my brush. And that's why it's doing that. But yeah, anyway, I'd started dating again after a couple years. And it's some of these dudes, like, who raised you? Who raised you? Because this whole, like, and I'm sorry for the ladies that were like single moms and stuff, but like, why do these dudes seem to be like, I don't know, just like, some of these dudes are just absolute trash. And like, I've met a couple of guys, but I just did not see a future. Like, I just did not see a future with them. So I stopped seeing them. Like, that's just how it goes. Like, I'm not going to entertain something that does not fit me. And that does not fit my goals, my energy, like, so I'm not going to entertain something that's not fitting me. And I'm definitely not going to entertain anything that's not going to fit my lifestyle. Because I live very independently, and some of these dudes have some serious, like, I don't want to call it like attachment, but they are fucking weird. And they have like insecurities, and it's just like, I am not going to sit here and entertain the idea that you think I'm doing stuff like that I'm not doing. Like, I am a very loyal, hardworking individual, and I'm not going to sit here and let you dictate how I see what my worth is. Like, no. Like, and if you are sitting there being weird about me, I don't want to say like working and stuff like that, but like, if you're going to sit there and act weird because I'm traveling for work and stuff, like, that's you got to look inward, my guy. Like, I go hiking by myself. Like, I do a lot of stuff by myself, and some people have some serious like attachment to where they're like, I need to know where you're at and this, that, and whatever else, and like they have to be up your ass, and I'm like, no, bro, like, no, I'm cool. Like, I don't. I've been very independent for years now, and I'm not gonna sit here and let you think that you could run all over me. Like, I'm good. I'm not doing it. I had one guy that was like, come pick me up, and I'm like, you say that you have a vehicle and everything else, and you're wanting me to come pick you up? Like, what kind of man tries to, what? Like, and the only thing I can think of, and that this is legit, like, what I thought is that he did not want somebody to see him leave the house. You know what I mean? Like, so it would have been easier for me to go pick him up and have like plausible deniability if he was questioned by whoever he's living with, or you know what I mean? Like, that to me is where I see that. And that made me like obviously super uncomfortable. Like, I'm good. You ain't gonna play me. Fuck that. I am not the playing type. Oh, shit. I can't believe I just did that. Use my language. A little bit of brown. And it is just going everywhere. Okay. We will come back to that. Okay, now that you guys have seen the light board part of that, I'm going to kind of lightly erase to where there's still an image, but the graphite is not going to smear when I lay down watercolor. And I'm not going to use a whole lot of water because it is so detailed that I don't want it to like crinkle, and I probably should have used cold press paper. I don't think I have anything big enough, like, for this image. And that's why I chose the mixed media, paper. So nothing, it's not a big deal. Like, although those leaves kind of look like feathers. Do you notice that? I was just kind of doing a random tattoo flower that was just like in my head. I did not have any particular style. And I'm going to leave it off. Eraser shavings. So many eraser shavings. And this is a Kuretake watercolor set. On the back, it does have the different colors and variations that it comes in. As far as if they're labeled the right, I think they are. Yeah, I want to say, because that would be yellow ochre. Yeah. I really like that malachite. That malachite is gorgeous. And I might actually use it. Oh, okay, that's very nice. While I am doing this artwork, I am using a Faber-Castell water brush. Oh, I guess I didn't have to twist it, but it is still kind of wet, which is okay. Like, that's the point of it. And then I also have I think I bought it, or, oh no, I didn't buy this. Well, technically I did, but it came in the box for one of the sketch boxes. And I don't think it was for this one. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I didn't want this to be overloaded with a bunch of water. I wanted some clean color, if that makes sense. And that one's more of a twisty top. So, kind of got a little focus in there. I kind of wanted this dirt to be like, like the whole red dirt. But I wanted it to be a little bit lighter than what it is. So I might take this and dab some more. That works. When in doubt, dab it out. I wanted it to be kind of like a little bit of a reddish brown. But with how much water I'm picking up and stuff, I'm like, maybe I should just go with like a brown. Because the mountains are very, very dark. And I did not intend for them to be as dark as they are. I can hear my dog whining in the kitchen. Mind you, he has food. He has food. He has all of that. He is just being a freaking whiner. go. Maybe I can go in with... I'm not sure how I feel about these watercolors. I like the pigment of them. They're very nice pigment. And I could just be like biased to another set that I've used before that I really like. I think it's the Koi. It's a Koi brand, I think, and I think it's a Japanese. I think that's a Japanese brand too. Both of them have really nice pigments so far, so like I'm definitely not complaining too much. Although I do want to throw in some water here because I kind of want it to be liquidy. There we go. Gorgeous. I feel like I need something else. Actually, no, it's working out. It's kind of working out beautifully. Okay, yes. There we go. Because I really wanted it to be more like a golden hue. Like, I wanted that contrast. And then I'm going to go in with, trying to remember, I'm going to go in with the turquoise. Ooh, I like that turquoise. That is a very pretty color. Not as opaque as I was hoping it would be. I just wanted that contrast. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted a different color for the contrast. Oh no. I had to fix that because that was terrible. Beautiful. And I am going to go kind of a little bit on the lighter side for the sky. I was thinking about doing like a sunset, like right before sunset kind of. But I was like, no, it looks all right. Oh no, the birds are getting all watery. But I think I like the way it looks. Well, I had dabbed everything and forgot to press play again. Now we go in. I don't know what I should do with the flower other than I want to do yellow here and yellow here. And I don't want to do too much blue, but at the same time I'm like, blue would look so pretty. Especially this color that I have. I am going to go in like this on these ones. Kind of went a little silent there, but I kind of wanted to take this and kind of go. Well, that caused my heart to stop a little. Good Lord. I was not expecting it to shoot out like it did. Oh. So glad it was just. What I'm glad about watercolors is that you can kind of dab it whenever it's wet. So that way it doesn't muddy up like it just did. And like get kind of gross. That one did not pan out the way that I wanted it to. Which is okay. It's I really like the yellows and stuff. It's so pretty. So pretty. Part of me wants to do the red for the flower. And then maybe like a center. Do almost kind of like a desert flower. Oh, very pretty. Very pretty. That's gummy. Oh, what I could do is I could do the blue. All right, I think it's pretty much dry, so I'm going to go in with a ballpoint pen instead of a normal fine liner and stuff. And I'm just going to go in and do these outlines and stuff. when it comes to ballpoint pen. I really enjoy like the sketchy look of that it gives some artwork and everything. Some people may not like it, other people do. It's kind of based on like preference. And for this piece, I really don't need too much of a clean outline. Although, like, obviously, like a clean outline would look fantastic. But watercolor sometimes has a way of getting around, like, the clean aspect of art. This pathway. Oh, shoot. I had no idea where I was at on that. So I kept bringing it closer and closer to me. But I think this video might be going up in June. And I'm really excited for it. Like, this has been a really good video. And I hope you guys did not hear my dog whining so much, because good lord, today he's just been like a whiner. Like, there are other days where he whines, but I swear in the past 3 hours that I've been awake, that's all he's done. And he has no reason to whine. Like, I think he does stuff just to do it, just to aggravate me. And like, he'll do it, he does it typically when he can smell a dog in heat. So he'll whine like all the time. And it drives me crazy. And I don't know if there is a dog in heat. But he has been whining for a couple of days now. And again, he really doesn't have a reason to, because he's... Oh, I totally messed that up. Oh well. I kind of put a little bit thicker line than what I wanted, but I can always thicken out the rest of these lines just to match it. You know, in the whole famous words of like Bob Ross, happy accidents. Right? Happy accidents. Yeah, I do like the outline being in pen. if I wasn't going to do pen, I probably would have done like a brown colored pencil. But with how dark this part and this part are, I don't think you would have been able to really see it. So that's kind of why I chose this color. Or not color, this medium to outline. I think what would be really cool is if I did an artwork that was just in ballpoint pen. I think that would be really cool. And then like I explore a couple of different ways to shade and all of that. I think that would be such a cool idea. So I might think about that. That sounds like a really cool idea, not gonna lie. But instead of using like color to shade, I'm using color and technique, and I can kind of, explore different avenues with that. I would have to find the right piece of artwork to be able to do that. Like, I try to curate the artwork to the medium. I did originally think I wanted to do this in marker. I can't remember. Usually I make notes at the top of like a sketch, but I feel like I had been drawn to do this. No pun intended. I feel like I'd been drawn to do this in watercolor, but I was nervous about the details of it because there is quite a bit of detail in this artwork that I was afraid that it could get muddied up. And if I had done marker, then it wouldn't have been as muddy. And I think if that was the case, if I used marker, I probably would have used colored pencil for the outline. But I hope everybody has a great time, and I will see you in the next one. But to remember to create more and worry less. I'll see you guys later. Bye. I hope these video clips aren't too long, but I know this video is going to be on the longer side. And I do apologize for kind of going a little quiet. I get kind of focused in on some of the stuff that I do, and then I forget to talk. Okay. This is turning out to be very, very nice and very, very cute. I like it. And then I'm going to wait on doing the little blue spots on the flower until that dries. Although I think a couple of them, I should go back through and do this. Just to darken that up. There we go. There we go. And that is so far what I have right now. I'm going to let it dry for a minute, and then I'm going to come back and do, I'm thinking ballpoint pen for an outline. Sound cool? Sounds cool.